Life goes on day after day. Hearts torn in every way. So ferry cross the Mersey, 'cause this land's the place I love, and here I'll stay.
Nice day. Nice day, isn't it?
Yeah. Like a crisp.
No, too fattening. Salvo. Bloody birds.
I like them.
You're a visitor. I can tell by your case. Nobody here encourages them.
I like them. They got cheap. Nobody grinds them down.
On holiday, are you?
No, home for good. See, I missed the football team.
Oh, God. That must have been the bloody liver bird. It's shot on my hand then. Oh, no, not your hanky. I've got a tissue somewhere. Bloody hell, what you been feeding him? Fig roll? I knew it.
I'm sorry, I never thought.
Oh, it weren't your fault. I should have had more sense than to stand by you.
We're going.
Must have picked up me vibes. I hate the damn things. Love the boat, though. My dad was a sailor. I cut my teeth on his tall stories. It was years before I found out some of them was true. Flying fish and a beard with wings that big. He went all over the world, my dad, in his day. Where have you been?
London.
What's your job?
Well, I'm between jobs. That's why I'm home.
Do you live in Birkenhead?
Born there. Fox Street.
Fox Street. Benton's place.
Survivors.
You bet.
See that?
I don't.
Oh.
You can, don't mind me.
No, I dropped my matches.
Good job you don't use a lighter.
I'll try and look at it that way.
Here. I used to smoke before the budget.
Tom.
Oh, go on, keep it. It's only disposable.
My home was pinched yesterday. Thanks.
Welcome home.
Where are you work?
I have an evening job. Well, mostly evenings. Anyway, I get a lot of free time in the day. I live that side. My mum's still this side. I come over once a week. I ride the ferry a lot. I like the river. And if you hide in the ladies, you don't have to get off and pain either. Sometimes I stay on all afternoon.
Are we halfway yet?
No. Why?
I'm going to jump.
In that? God help you. It's full of Mersey goldfish.
Hey?
Shit.
Nothing changes. They might have cleaned it up.
How long have you been away?
4 years.
Birkenhead precinct isn't finished yet.
No.
Town still looks like somebody took a bite out the middle and sicked it back half a mile on.
Well, I'm not actually bound for Birkenhead.
I thought you said
I was born there. My parents moved to Heswell.
posh. Come up on the cruise, have they?
No, but my younger brother came up good.
Get away?
Bought him a house, a bungalow. They've been at 2 years now.
Like you to, they?
Seem to. On the phone, they seem to. I don't know. At first, I thought it was a mistake at their time of life moving away, but
Fox Street. Whew. Any time's a good time to move away.
I worked that one out for myself. They're okay.
Survivors.
Yeah. When they went in, chap before him, retired army fella. He was so precise, every flower in the garden was blue. They sat it out for a year, and just the blue flowers showed up. They couldn't believe it. That's it. Not even a daisy poked its head out of the lawn. Unbelievable.
I can just see it. And his wife, the major's wife. Windy wash day and a row of pennies blowing in the breeze.
I don't know how I'll fit in. People like that breed neighbours.
You don't mean that. What you said about jumping.
It's been done.
I suppose so.
I've got a lot of straws on my back at the moment.
What was your job?
Looking after my younger brother.
The one with all the cash?
Personal manager. He sings.
Don't we all?
Eddie Saunders.
Ah,
The name don't mean anything to you.
not as much as yours would.
Don Wheelwright. He changed his name for the billing.
I'm Shirley. Don't bother with the rest. Oh, I didn't know Eddie Saunders was born in Birkenhead. Nobody ever says he was born in Birkenhead.
I did.
Yeah, you did. The papers give him as being born in Liverpool, eh?
Can you blame him? Showbiz is full of mythomaniacs.
Listen,
Liars.
did he get married recently? And now sings with her?
Alpha and Omega.
What?
Yeah, I'm redundant. Laid off. See, I used to manage his group. Then came the split. He went solo and kept me on. But my lady, his wife, she has her own manager, and he's got a lot of good contacts across the Atlantic, so Eddie thought... But they're going to the States this fall. Autumn. I don't blame him. I just can't think what to do next beyond this. I'm chucking this after the matchbox.
What is it?
It's the golden disc the lads won for the 8 Me Lover.
How come you've got it?
I wish I could say that they gave it me as a mark of appreciation when the group broke up. But no, they were all fighting over who was to keep it, so we tossed.
Can I have a look? Oh, now there's something. That's really something. Don't chuck it away. A thing like that should make you smile every time you pass it. Apart from it being worth a couple of bob.
But it's nothing to do with me. I have written a few lyrics. Not that one, though. It's not my style.
It was a good song in its day.
It was a good act in its day.
You're not much like your brother. You're sexy.
Thanks.
Oh, you've got a lot going for you, though. You're sort of kid sexy. You're old man.
You mean the boys fancy him, too? Yeah, they do.
Is he bent?
Here and there. He's hardly committed. The deepest emotion Eddie feels is inconvenience.
What are you like?
I'm boring. Always was. I was 4 when Eddie got himself born, and I knew my life had changed when they gave him my Teddy. I had to pass him my roller skates when he was 7. Sure, they were too small for me, but I hated seeing him on them. Roller skating was something I could do. Eddie was the bright one, the one people liked.
It couldn't have been so great for him, getting your cast-offs.
He grew so fast I was in his by the time I was 14. I think they fed him on raw meat. And he always was handsome bugger. We just waited for him to choose his niche. It would be waiting for him, whatever he wanted to do. We knew that. He read sociology at Cambridge while I progressed from a job as a barman to being my own boss, window cleaning. Then he decided to hit showbiz. So we did, after my elocution lesson.
You don't look top 20.
Nah, it was never my scene. Not really. I love the sound right enough. The bass beat, Eddie's voice. Oh, a kid can sing. But the scene, people talking, selling, buying. After a time, the music ceases to matter. Some groups, I know, they stop playing when they remember why they started. The old bits, split pants, rainbow hair, pot. Fans actually chucked drugs onto the stage. Do you smoke?
No. I'm saving that up for when I'm an old lady and past the other.
It'll make you sick then. Anyway, that's me today. Loved Eddie's group. You could smell and taste it. Went along with him as a solo artist. Now I've been dropped.
It was a good record.
You have it.
Oh, I can't.
A fair swap for a lighter, which is more use to me.
You know I can't.
All right, if you say so. What's your job? Sorry, I've forgotten your name.
Shirley.
Shirley, what do you do?
I'm a tart. I'm good. Class. I have a pink telephone and carpet in my bathroom.
Rodney Street, naturally.
I do okay.
What do you really do?
I screw.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
It's the truth. I'm not putting you on.
People just don't.
Do what?
They don't say it.
Oh, it's all right to do it, though.
This is impossible.
Why?
But, I mean, I might have chatted you up.
Never.
Because 4 years away means I'm out of touch with the local phone numbers.
Well, it would do.
Yeah. Now you've finished me.
Had we started?
You really... You mean... for money?
Decimal coinage.
How the hell did you get into that?
Fox Street. Benting Place. Ferry 11 Plus, and it's a factory. Began in canned fruit and veg. Sod that for a game of darts. Worked in Woolies for a bit. Then I tried modelling at the art college. And I realised if I charged for what I was giving away, I could double my income.
I didn't think anybody paid anymore. There's enough of it around.
Always supposing you're under 40 and not freaky. When I was 10, I used to go to the flicks every Saturday with an old fella. He gave me 10 bob not to wear my knickers.
Bloody hell.
Oh, people are still paying. Them as has no choice.
But you can look after yourself.
Oh, don't touch rubbish. Some guys, I wouldn't give them a mint with a hole. I can always tell.
How?
Something to do with their shoes. Your lace is undone.
Oh.
I don't know. But the most savage regular I've got, he just likes to yank me false eyelashes off at the crucial moment. I tell you, it bloody hurts, mate. I charge him £1 the pair. That's in addition to the flat rate.
Oh, Christ.
No, he was a freaky fella.
Oh, please. Don't tell me.
What, so?
I thought you were an ordinary bird. You're a nut.
Not very much.
Crazy woman. You ever been in love?
If it's love, forget it.
Oh, yeah.
Once. You married?
Once.
My fellow was married. I was still modelling then. He was a lecturer at the art college.
What went wrong?
I'm still figuring it out. He was too old for me.
I hope you told him.
No. I was a bit dim when the crunch came. See, I couldn't believe it was his mouth saying the words. I just stood there and watched his mouth.
Nasty.
Oh, not much. He always made me sit at the chain end of the bath. It's a long time since. I'm okay. Just, if it's love, I don't want to know.
Snap.
So, they got you too.
Somewhat.
It's been a long winter for June. Your wife, was it?
My wife? Whose wife? Small blonde girl. Met her at a wedding. She seemed so together, complete confidence in herself. Sharp dresser. And not like me. I mean, I pay 70 quid for me suits and they look like hand-me-downs. Clothes aren't that important to me, so they take their revenge. But I do know class when I see it. Jane handled the advertising for a shampoo firm. Her hair, oh, it's out of this world. We married pretty smartly. It was great for 6 months.
Don't tell me. She lost her job with Everblonde and started a black party.
No, she married me bigamously. Just never bothered divorcing the first guy. He arrived on our doorstep one wet January.
Get away. I've never heard of a woman bigamist.
She went back to him. Apparently they'd a daughter somewhere, staying with his aunt, I think.
But couldn't you tell that? If she'd had a kid, you must have known.
Sheltered life, mine. Regretfully. It's loneliness leads to marriage.
And kids.
Thankfully, no. Not in my case.
But you'd like them sometime, wouldn't you?
I'm a dreamer. And one of my dreams is a son for each knee.
How did you get over it?
I decided I was at least going to live long enough to change my will.
Funny. You think you're free and then something jerks you back. My fella, I heard he's grown a beard. He shouldn't have done that. Means I can't even picture him these days. Not anymore.
Poor girl.
Poor guy. You and your brother get on okay?
100%. And there's no need for him to be so nice, you know. Not with all he's got. I mean, like that house cost 50,000.
Jeez, you could buy our town all for that. My niece went to see him once, the group. She said it was a good night, but nothing like her records of them.
Happens a lot. With any group. The sound is doctored so bloody much in the studios that they just can't deliver to a live audience. It's one reason Eddie got out. As a soloist, he had more control. I admired him for that. In fact, put both our heads together and we come up with a business brain. Only one mistake we ever made, we went into merchandising, selling novelties. When the group split, we were landed with 90,000 T-shirts and crates of guitar-shaped soap.
Thought you smelled nice.
They were good years, on the old. I wouldn't mind his sticking with Eddie, even working out lyrics, duets for them both. I could have found something for my lady.
But she gave you the bullet?
Women.
Men.
I think I'll take the Budgerigars.
And I'll stick to caterpillars. I wish
What?
I'd seen him. Just one even turn into a butterfly. At school, the teacher brought some in, and they turned into them fat, useless things. And she said they'd be that way for weeks, and one day come out as real butterflies. But we never saw them. They did it over a weekend. That Monday we found them all dead on the window ledges. Wings like paper they had. Bloody shame. Never saw the tadpoles make out as no frogs either. Some stuck-up monitor took them home with her. She said they got to be titchy khaki frogs. I didn't believe her, though.
You should have learned from your dad how to spot the truth.
Flats are great. They shouldn't need painting up, should they? I don't have that pink telephone. Not yet. And I share the bathroom with Yvonne, which is bloody inconvenient. But soon I'll have what I said, and the cuckoo clock.
Subtle nudge in the fella's ribs, meaning his half hour's up.
You got it.
Smooth operator.
Guaranteed.
Crazy woman.
That too. Nobody does me down, though. Not Tim Tim. I was choosing this bracelet the other day, see, in Lewis's. Bit of white plastic and priced at 80p. I found it was too much for a bit of plastic. She said it weren't plastic at all. It was imitation ivory. I ask you, do I look a custard?
I don't go for plastic.
Me neither. I've got a pair of shoes at home, and every time I wear them, they put soles in my toes. I spend a bloody fortune on tights.
I like your boots.
I like your belt. Two patches like that, how can you go wrong?
Coming into land.
Big and head. The enamel old photos on the sideboard. Plus the mirrors. When my dad went, she took to hanging mirrors every wall.
Gives her the illusion of company.
That's what she said. Well, nothing weird, of course, but it's what she meant. Wonder what we'll get up to when we're old. Your dad mithered by his blue borders.
Flowers know their place. They don't hang around too long. Never outstay their welcome, so they're really appreciated.
I don't often see them growing. I went for a job in a flower shop once. They said I'd give the wrong impression of myself. I think I'll buy some for me, Mum. Not blue and yellow.
Mind the bees. They go for yellow, too.
Is that right?
It's another fact for you.
So how?
No, I've enjoyed our trip. Funny how the river affects people. If we'd met on a train now, we'd have sat in silence.
You reckon?
I've just done it, 3 hours from London. But there's something about the top deck on a nice day.
Maybe we should book for Venice.
Your mother expects you, does she?
She did that 30 years ago, and I was late then, too.
I got the early train, and I'm not due in for another hour, so if you're not in a hurry, maybe we
Stay on. We're both going to hide in the ladies.
We just ignore them down there. It's too hot for them to bother chasing us up here. We'll go back to the pier and then cross again.
Like kids.
Oh, seeing we missed out on the tadpoles, they owe us something.
Hey, you're right, he ain't bothered. He's just waving back. People getting on look cheesed off, though.
Only the over 10s.
Hey, what was your favourite thing as a kid?
After football? Running a stick along school railings.
Mine was looking in this hairdresser's window. See, they had this rocking horse for the posh kids to sit on. Mam cut my hair at home, but geez, how I ached for a go on that horse.
One of them big wooden things, was it? All mane and tail and flared nostrils.
Almost life-size. Real leather reins. There's one in an antique shop by the Phil. Oh, but it costs a bomb.
Go nicely with the cuckoo clock.
You can skip, but I know a couple of fellas that'd give ideas, too.
You can't afford it.
No chance. What I told you before. It was all rubbish. I'm a bit... Oh, I don't know. Half-hearted about the business. Too much sense of humour. And then I'm not very organised, you know. I don't seem to have a polish. Most of my customers are Yvonne's rejects. There, that's it, you see. Now, she calls them clients. I call them customers. She lives above me and she specialises. But sometimes fellas turn up short of cash, so rather than waste their time and their evening, she points them to my door. She's very successful, that girl. We're quite matey, though. We don't often get together. She tells me we have to be careful because 2 crows and 1 flat is against the law. It counts as a brothel then, you see. She's so bright. And the way she handles men, the things that go on. Over my head. In both senses of the word.
So Yvonne copes with what you call the freaks, and you're the straight, apart from the eyelash business.
Oh, I don't mind doing a bit of cordage and bondage, but you can keep the other stuff, even though that's where the money is. Do you know, these days the boys make more than us. Sometimes I wish.
Backbones achieve more than wishbones.
My gran used to say that too. But she never wasted a moment. No time for anything but work, she hasn't. Even when she got them cataracts on her eyes, she'd be knitting. I had to choose a wool for colour-like. But she could still sort out which size needles, and she was 72. She was that glad not to have the arthritis in her hands like my granddad. Said she was okay so long as she could keep busy. Well, she'd never been a reader, see. She said, thank God she'd the use of her hands right up to the end.
You've got nice hands.
I like rings. Pity the right fellow couldn't give me the right one.
It might still happen.
You think? Hey, you know what they say about fellows' hands?
Tell me.
And their noses.
Hey, I'm sensitive about my nose.
Ah. Okay.
You know, people get cremated sometimes ask for their ashes to be scattered in that water. I reckon every dead one on Merseyside is either there or on the cop.
My dad was tipped in the Pacific. He died at sea. My gran was buried in the co-op 90, though. And it didn't rain. You know, I quite like churchyards in the summer, with all the birds singing their hearts out.
Sure of finding the fattest worms. Sorry.
You're bitter.
I can't bear the thought of a long life tied to the system.
Why don't you manage me? You were selling sex with Eddie, weren't you? He played to more West Seats than Wimbledon.
King of the damn crutch. And if you'd seen him without his makeup, red shiny nose and all the open pores.
Has he? Oh. He's got nice teeth, though. I hate people with good teeth. That's why I refuse your crisps. I've got 2 false ones here at the back, held together by a bit of wire.
Eddie's teeth are capped. They file them down to little pegs and fit dummy ones over them.
Money.
Money. But he can claim on his income tax.
I don't suppose I could.
Do you pay any?
That's the point.
Yeah. Your idea might work. If I took you in hand...
Do you want me to speak right?
We'd have to rent a proper place, maybe Formby. Pity, I'd prefer the Anfield way.
Oh, you and your football.
Don't it grab you?
Of course it does. Nothing like the cop on the door Saturday. Last time I went, a police horse trod on my foot.
Haven't been for years. Not to Anfield. I've caught him at Arsenal a couple of times.
It's not the same, is it?
No atmosphere.
I once figured out that if ever I needed an abortion, I'll take myself to watch out Emlyn along with 20,000 dockers. 40,000 elbows. That should see me okay.
Oh, they're a lovely crowd, our lads. Picking your pockets, peeing down your leg. Life's rich fabric. What's London got to offer compared with that?
I wish you meant it.
Merseyside has its features. Your features.
We could do worse than get together.
We've got nothing to lose.
Partners?
Partners. We'll discuss the finer points over dinner tonight. Can you make that?
Well, I usually leave me mum's about 8 o'clock.
Great, I'll call for you. What number?
21.
I know where Benting Place is. Shirley, that bloke over there. See how you make out with him?
What? He's a spectator
If you were a
sport.
singer, you'd audition, wouldn't you?
But I don't fancy
You
him.
don't have to. Just sit it up.
Go in, swinging my handbag like.
I'll drift away so as not to put you off your stroke.
Big deal.
Let's hope so.
Excuse me, love. Have you the time on you?
Biggest clock in the place, just behind your head.
Oh, yes. Sorry. 3:30 then.
Nearly tea time. Kippers, I'll guess. It's my birthday, see?
What have kippers got to do with this?
This old woman never remembers my birthday, and I hate kippers. So I always get some on my birthday. Had a lousy day all round. Took the morning off, I was that fed up. I was going to go to the chest to raise it, but the bloody buses were on strike. Never got no further than the betting shop.
Any luck?
Rotten lousy day.
You can come home with me if you like. You know, relax a bit.
Can you cook?
I could do you a tomato omelette.
Not married, are you?
No.
Only time I ever made it past at someone else's. I got the chicken pox from a kid.
I'm not married.
Finish me, that's it. I'm not taking no more chances. You work it out. I had an hell of a job explaining my spots to the missus. Where I'd pick them up like.
I haven't any kids.
That's a shame. Did a year like you ought to have kids. Think on, love. You're no spring chicken time you settle down.
Someone would like to have fun, though. Don't you?
That first 3 already. Don't know where the day went.
My place isn't far from the pier head. Wouldn't take long to get there.
You can do something for me. Girl like you.
Of course I can.
Girl like you'd know. The missus is in the club again, and we're 5 already. You must know somebody reliable.
Oh, no.
It's worth a quid, just the address. You wouldn't know you'd sent us.
I can't help you there, honest, mate. Try your doctor.
Bloody lousy day.
Well, you can't win 'em all.
What went wrong?
He's got problems.
You blew it.
Yeah, I suppose I did. But we wouldn't have got much off him anyway. Not enough for a holiday in the sun.
You ever been abroad?
I went to Jersey once. Whew, it's bloody hot, too. Burnt nipples are hell.
Trust you.
Things happen to me. Can I have a ciggy?
I thought you didn't.
So did I. So you flying?
No, not cars.
But you've been abroad.
Some. Hamburg, Rome when I was young.
How old are you?
How old do you have to be to have really made a mess of your life?
30.
That'll do.
That fella. He just told me I was over the hill.
He must be mad.
What's rain like?
I hitched all the way. Got lost in the city and headed for a shop doorway where two girls were busy map reading. They screamed at me to leave them alone. They thought I was another bum-pinching Italian. When I said, "Give us a look at your map, love," they fell on my neck. Turned out they'd been mauled to death all week. Black and blue they were. So I stuck with them a few days. Sort of protection, you could say. That was Rome.
So you've had practice looking after women. Good. It'll all help.
Jeez, I feel old.
Hey, watch it. We're the same age.
But you don't look played out. You look like life still surprises you. You see the bright side. You're like your grandma.
Thanks. But I have my bad days too, you know. I knew this morning when I chucked me pill into me coffee in mistake for saccharin. I knew then I should have gone back to bed. Hey, you were meant to say, let's.
I'm the plain one. Eddie has the looks, the talent, charisma. He always had that. And given charisma, amateurism is a positive advantage. It makes for audience identification. Polish now, that's showbiz. And I wasn't after a showbiz audience. Not at the start. Not then selling Eddie and not now selling you. I have an instinct. You have to know when the image needs changing, that's all. Your hair is fine, but to begin with, we'll dye your eyelashes. Get rid of the false ones.
I was a regular customer.
I can't see your eyes under all that stuff. I'd like to.
You know something? Your nostrils don't match.
It bothers you.
I think you're the best thing since sliced bread.
Women don't go for me.
Get away. You've had plenty of birds.
Only because of the group, the boot, and Eddie flinging himself about gets the kids so stimulated they make do with anyone. Even me.
John, love. I can tell from seeing the back of a man if it's worth going round to the front. And I joined you at the rail.
We're there. How would you like to show me a rocky nose?
We're tying up.
Aren't we just?
Welcome home.
Ferry, cross the Mersey, 'cause this land's the place I love. And here I'll stay. And here I'll stay. Here I'll stay.
In Tie Up by Lesley Clive, Don was played by Kenneth Farrington, Shirley by June Barry, and Wally by Paul Webster. The play was produced in Manchester by Alfred Bradley.